When it comes to Korean entertainment royalty, very few couples capture hearts the way Hyun and Son Ye-jin do. Their love story already feels like something out of a fairy tale, from on-screen chemistry and Crash Landing on You to a real-life romance, an elegant wedding, and now the joys of parenthood. And recently, fans were gifted with something truly special. Son Ye-jin opening up about her life as a mom, her marriage with Hyun, and even sharing photos of their baby boy during an appearance on Jung Jae Hyung's YouTube channel. For Benjene fans, this moment is nothing short of magical, and today we're diving deep into all the details. Before we go on, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this right now, you're not just a viewer. You're part of a family of people who love storytelling, who love following the lives of stars like Hyun and Son Ye-jin, and who celebrate these heartfelt moments together. So sit back, because what you're about to hear will definitely leave you smiling, maybe even tearing up a little. On the 21st, Jung Jae Hyung's channel Fairytale Hyung released a video with the simple but touching title, "But Your Son Is So Beautiful, Ye-jin." I guess genes can't be helped? From the very start, it was clear this was going to be a conversation filled with warmth, laughter, and revelations. Son Ye-jin appeared relaxed, glowing with the soft joy that only a new mother can radiate. When Jung Jae Hyung mentioned that Jung Hyun had often told him how beautiful her baby was, the room seemed to brighten even more. "You know," Jung Jae Hyung said, "when I saw your childhood photos, you looked like a child actor. If your baby resembles you, then he must be truly beautiful." And Son Ye-jin, with that mix of humility and honesty fans adore her for, replied with a smile, "Honestly, the baby is really beautiful. But because people might later say his visuals are not to that level, I'll show you his face on my phone so you can judge objectively." Can you imagine that? The usually very private actress, who guards her family life so closely, pulling out her phone to share pictures of her little one. It wasn't just a proud mother's moment, it was an intimate glimpse into her heart. Jung Jae Hyung, who admitted he normally doesn't find himself particularly drawn to babies, was stunned. His eyes widened as he looked at the photos, and he confessed, "I usually don't like babies that much, but he's really beautiful." That single statement carried so much weight, because it came from someone who doesn't casually gush over infants. Son Ye-jin beamed, adding with playful pride, "And he's a boy." The implication was clear. Her son's beauty is so striking it rivals even that of little girls, who are often described as pretty more often than boys. Then she added something that resonated with every parent. Normally people say, "I hope the baby resembles the father," or "I hope the baby resembles the mother." But for us, we hope he looks like both of us. Hearing that, it's impossible not to smile. Imagine a child carrying the elegance and grace of Son Ye-jin and the charisma and classic good looks of Hyun. No wonder fans are already half joking, half serious about the boy's future, speculating whether he might grow up to be a model, an actor, or even a K-pop idol. Some even joke he could crash land into the entertainment world someday and steal hearts the way his parents did. But the conversation didn't just stop at beauty. Son Ye-jin opened up in a raw, genuine way about her personal journey into motherhood. She admitted, "Honestly, I didn't really like babies either. When I heard mothers say that the greatest thing they ever did was giving birth, I would just think, I see. But I never imagined I'd feel the same way. My child is something I would never trade for anything. That love is unconditional." For longtime fans, that moment was powerful. Here was one of Korea's most beloved actresses, whose career has spanned decades, admitting her heart had been transformed by this new chapter in life. It's one thing to admire Son Ye-jin for her acting skills or her beauty, but to see her share her vulnerability and her growth as a person makes her even more relatable. Many viewers, especially mothers, nodded along, understanding exactly what she meant when she described that indescribable, unconditional love. Of course, Motherhood isn't just about rosy feelings and beautiful moments. Son Ye-jin was also candid about the daily struggles. She revealed, I work, I have to take care of the baby, manage the household, and since I'm a perfectionist, I have to do everything at once, which makes me really busy. That single sentence struck home for countless women who juggle career, family, and personal expectations every day. It's not easy being a working mom, let alone a world-famous actress constantly under public scrutiny. Yet, Son Ye-jin showed that she, too, faces the same challenges. And then, like every great love story, the spotlight turned to her husband. Talking about Hyun, her eyes sparkled with something that caught even Jung Jae Hyung's attention. The best thing about my husband, she shared, is that he never says, I wish you would do this for me, or I wish you wouldn't do that. That simple confession spoke volumes. It revealed a man who doesn't demand or complain, but instead gives his wife space to be herself, a partner who stands steady in the background while she figures out her own balance in life. Jung Jae Hyung, clearly touched, nodded and said, he's so kind then. I can even see the love in your eyes as you talk about him. That was one of the most heartwarming moments in the entire video. For fans, it confirmed what they've always believed, that Hyun and Son Ye-jin are not just celebrities playing perfect roles for the cameras, but a real couple with genuine love and respect for each other. It's easy to understand why the internet immediately lit up with reactions. Fans flooded comment sections with messages like they're the definition of couple goals, and their baby must be the luckiest child alive. Others pointed out how refreshing it was to see Son Ye-jin, who has always been more reserved about her private life, open up in such a candid way. Many viewers even said that listening to her talk about Hyun and her son made them believe in love again. And it wasn't just fans who were charmed. Celebrities too have weighed in. Shin Dong-yup reportedly had the same stunned reaction upon seeing the baby, exclaiming, he is so handsome. Usually, it's not easy for anyone to feel and describe a baby as handsome, but he really is handsome. Coming from someone with decades of experience in entertainment, that kind of comment is powerful. The fascination with the Benjene baby is only growing. Social media platforms are filled with edited photos, imagining what the child might look like as he grows up, from toddler years to teenage idol. Some fans are already half-seriously campaigning for him to debut in the entertainment industry in the distant future. Of course, others remind everyone to respect the couple's privacy, noting that for now, it's enough to know the child is healthy, loved, and surrounded by warmth. And yet, we can't ignore why this moment feels so significant. For years, Son Ye-jin and Hyun have been more than just actors. They've been symbols of hope, romance, and resilience. Their relationship, which blossomed in the spotlight, has given fans around the world a chance to believe in destiny and fairy tales again. Every time they share even the smallest glimpse of their family life, it feels like a gift, a reminder that behind the glamour, they are also human beings navigating love, parenthood, and partnership. For Son Ye-jin, sharing those photos wasn't just about showing off her son's looks. It was about embracing motherhood in its fullness, the pride, the vulnerability, the struggles, and the love that makes it all worth it. It was about celebrating her husband, Hyun, not as an international star, but as the man who stands by her side, quietly supporting her in ways that matter most. And for fans, it was about connection. Because every parent who's ever looked at their child and thought, I would never trade this for anything, saw themselves in Son Ye-jin's words. Every partner who's ever appreciated kindness and respect in a relationship recognized the love she described in Hyun. And every dreamer who's ever believed in happily ever afters found their hope renewed. So, as the video continues to spread and fans continue to gush, one thing is clear. This wasn't just a celebrity interview. It was a moment of truth, a window into the private life of one of Korea's most beloved couples. and a reminder that love, in all its forms, is the most beautiful thing of all. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see more glimpses like this in the future. But even if we don't, this one was enough to keep the Benjene magic alive for years to come. To everyone watching right now, thank you for being here. If you're smiling, if you're touched, if you're feeling that little spark of warmth in your heart after hearing this story, then you're exactly why we do this. Because stories like these aren't just about celebrities. They're about us, about family, love, and the small but powerful ways they change our lives. So let's raise a cheer for Son Ye-jin, Hyun, and their beautiful son. Their journey together is still unfolding, and somehow, it feels like we're all invited along for the ride.